A rāhui is a ban placed on natural resources, activities or environments such as forests, waterways and skies, to protect mauri or life force and respect the tikanga around tapu. This demonstrates the importance of kaitiakitanga, our sacred role as guardians of the environment and our intrinsic connection with nature. In protecting things today, we can provide for the people of tomorrow. Common reasons for implementing a rāhui include conservation, for example to protect species from becoming endangered, death, to allow the tapu of the area to dissipate, and out of respect for the deceased and their whānau, or political matters like the ownership of land. The length of time taken for a rāhui can vary. A rāhui placed on New Plymouth beaches following a drowning lasted only a few days, but fishing rāhui can be put in place for up to 2 years. And there was a nearly 40-year rāhui lasting from the 1830s to 1869, following the death of several influential chiefs in a battle. Originally, rāhui could only be implemented by tohunga, experts, or chiefs, when they saw need or experienced a calling from a higher power. Nowadays, they can only be put in place by hapu. Government are not able to declare rāhui, and there was a lot of controversy around their calling the COVID-19 lockdown a rāhui. However, councils and governments can put rules in place to support rāhui, such as officially closing parks and other natural spaces. Rāhui can be applied to everyone or just to a select group or select group of people. Select person or select group of people. My bad. They were traditionally marked in some way, usually with a post that had an item of clothing draped over it, or a mark of red ochre. Nowadays, many people don't hear about rāhui or don't understand the significance of them, so they inadvertently break the rules. Some councils opt to enforce partial rāhui because it's easier for them. This can be seen in areas with kauri dieback, where there are many boot cleaning stations, and track users are encouraged to stick to the paths, and only sections of the forest are completely off limits. When the ban is specifically about not going to a certain place, this is called an aukati, not a rāhui. This was often used over matters of land ownership, when individuals could call a meeting with their hapu and arrange for a tohunga to instate an aukati over their land. The punishment for breaking a rāhui was called kairāmua, and originally included death, war and plunder. Kairāmua refers to eating something before it is ready, and the punishment was to be killed, cooked and eaten. There are no recorded cases of this actually happening, so it is believed that this was only a threat, albeit a very effective threat. Plunder was more common. For example, in 1870, a group of Christian missionaries became impatient with the rāhui placed on a river and decided to travel on it anyway. The local Māori tribe noticed they were leaving, pursued them in a waka, commandeered their boat and brought it ashore. Then they proceeded to take everything in the boat that wasn't fixed down and consumed all of their preserves and medicines right then and there in front of the missionaries. They presented speeches and reprimanded the missionaries, and then released them because they paid the price for their misconduct. These days, punishments are uncommon, as it's about avoiding unnecessary damage to the environment and avoiding negative wairua, spiritual consequences. The severity of rāhui can vary. They were described as either having teeth or being without teeth, and the effect of this could be strengthened through karakia over specific objects, which were then concealed near the area and thus sharpening the teeth. These objects would become dormant if the karakia were not repeated regularly.